Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying Trail Hazard. It's a hazy double IPA from the Cumbre Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thanks for joining us. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that once again. Ed decided to stick around with us for another show. So welcome back, Ed. Appreciate you having another beer with us. I got Andy in the attic. I got Jay and Ed, of course. I'm Ben. What are we drinking today?
We're going to have La Cumbre, their Trail Hazard. So another beer from Albuquerque, which, as we've alluded in the other episode, you guys may have viewed or not, but Ed's from Albuquerque, good friend of mine, over 15 years. We've drank many brews together and continue to share them virtually and live together all the time. So thought we would include him here. He's supported us as transport and providing some of these wonderful beers. So
yeah. Thank you for your service, Ed.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. Welcome back to the show. Corporate flew him out.
So my honor to be Jay's beer mule.
Well, since
so he has a too on all these breweries, but go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say, since we are benefactors of that as well, we definitely thank you too, Ed. So
thanks for having me.
All right, Ben did a great pour there.
That's the part where we cheer. Oh, I like your glass, Ben.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Ah,
stepping up the game.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, wow. Well, La Cumbre is what we call a humble brewery because they don't put much on their website. So Trail Hazard, as been mentioned, it's a hazy double IPA, 9.3%. They had nothing to say about it on their website, the ingredients, anything like that. So I am going to open the stage to Ed there to tell us all about La Cumbre and his experiences there.
Yeah, well, it's not surprising because I think they focus more on making beer than, trying to publicize their product. But they are, I think I mentioned on the last episode where Ex Novo is, probably in my top 5 breweries. La Cumbre is also in that group. It's one of the OG craft breweries. It's been in Albuquerque for a very long time. Jay and I have maybe had a couple of beers there over the years.
Say a few. I love the last, I think, one we did from there. I gave them kind of a description of the interior and the brewery. It's in that industrial district. They have like all the wood grain and, wooden benches, wooden tables, local art. It's just really, really great vibe. So,
and they make great beer.
Oh yeah, by far.
So this is not one of their, I would call, mainstream core beers.
No.
They're primarily known for Elevated, which has been a traditional, many-time winner of the New Mexico IPA Challenge. It's a very classic, dank IPA, which I think some of you guys probably aren't huge fans of. But, I hear Ben that may not be the beer for Ben. They also do a rotating beer called Dank, which obviously you can imagine, it's primarily an IPA, but they changed this beer.
Well, the last one we did was Crest Trail.
Yeah,
Crest Trail. We liked that one. Even though it had the pine, but it had the peaches with it. But they described that a little bit on the website. Nothing about this. I will say La Cumbre does great on their can art. And so I really like this one with the old the rattler there, the note rope up on there. So showing off scenic
all all of their can art is really good. Last time I was out there, I think Ed and I went to the brewery, and they had barrel aged sours, weren't they? Or Berliner Weiss that was barrel aged. But they had one that was barrel aged with peaches, and one was done in tequila bottles, and the other was done in bourbon bottles. And so we tried each one of those. They were big bottles, kind of shared them amongst the table, and they were fantastic. Yeah.
Was that a safety meeting?
It might have been, yeah.
All right. I'm going to assume, obviously, that you guys have had this before, you being Jay and Ed, and not Andy and myself. Since I made Andy go first on the last one, I'll go first this time. Ed, if you've ever seen a show where we've done an IPA, I probably mentioned I'm not the IPA guy, as you kind of alluded to. So IPAs are my least favorite, especially if they're bitter. But I think this one, being that hazy, is not too bad from the bitter standpoint. I mean, it's juicy. There's a little bit of bitter on the back end, but not enough that's going to offend me and make me not like it. So all in all, I think this is one I would grab if I could get, periodically. It's not something I'm going to have in my fridge all the time, but this would be something I would probably grab, maybe get one or two a year just to enjoy. So I like this. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Andy, what do you think?
Well, I just discovered the flocculence, the chunkiness at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
you realize that?
Lots in there.
This is it's a nice aromatic beer. It does. It's got more bitterness than I expected for something with the 9.3 with such a high ABV. Usually, to get that high, you're going to get more of a sweet, kind of like a honey flavor, because you get the sugars so high. But it doesn't feel. This is a lighter feeling than a 9.3. This one would sneak up on you, and it has that juicy, like a mild, like a citrus bitterness, like a peel to it. Excuse me, got the burps again. But I'm there with you. This is an easy drinker. I give it a 7.5. I'd have it again, but not right after this one. Maybe another day.
Yeah, just to echo your comments, Andy. Yeah, I think the bitterness is probably a preference of the beer making style for the folks at La Cumbre. I think a lot of their beers are characterized by, a very hoppy character and a bit of bitterness. And also, to your point, if I were to drink this and not know that it was 9.3, I would not know it was 10.
Yeah. It's deceptive. Yeah. I mean, that was going to be the comment I had, talking through the review. This is very sneaky. If somebody just hands it to you, you're in trouble. But knowing it's 9.3, you're not going to have 2 or 3 of these typically. I love the juiciness. I love the hoppy. I love the hazy. It does have that little bit of extra bitter on the back, a little bit of burn. For me, it's an 8. It's a great beer. I love La Cumbre, and like Ed said, that's one of the places we frequent and visit, and I will continue to frequent and visit when I go back out there. So,
all right, Ed, what do you think?
Yeah, not a whole lot to add. I would probably give it a 7.9, not an 8. Only because I've been drinking a lot of Treehouse in the last week, and they kind of set the bar for.
Yeah, we do the half points. So you
but
got an 8.
I'm the guest. I can give it what you.
I can do what I want.
That's 7.8357.
It's still our show, Ed. So.
I give it a 7.5 then. Just I don't want to make the math too hard for you guys.
Yeah. That's the whole reason, really.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's really.
We're not like Untapped. We don't go down to the tenths.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a premium version. We're not premium.
Right. Nobody's paying for this. That is going to be a 7.6 for the Trail Hazard Hazy Double IPA from La Cumbre out of Albuquerque. Definitely one, if you've had, let us know what you think about it down in the comments. We got a lot of stuff down there in the description as well. We got links to our social media sites. We got links to our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room. Don't be afraid of it. It's not that big of a deal. We've also got links to our Hopped Up Beer Review merch, and we've got some links for some of the glassware that we have purchased outside of other vendors that did not have our logo on them, and some stuff for the hardware and software that we use to record the show. So check all those links down below in the description if you are interested. Also, if you have made it this far and have not liked, subscribed, don't rush me, Jay, and have not liked, subscribed, and cheers that notification bell, we would appreciate you doing that. Ed, we definitely appreciate you hanging out with Jay and drinking a beer with us. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for helping us with beer from time to time. We really appreciate you joining
Thank you
us.
for all the beer, Ed. Thank you.
Absolutely. We definitely really appreciate that.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers, mates.
Andy in the attic and Jay, I'm Ben and Ed. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
I'm not Ben and Ed. I'm Ben. That was kind of just.
I think you're the only one confused, Ben.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
Must be the sneaky 9.3.
Could be.